Hello everyone and welcome over to race 7 of the NR2003 PMU Cup Series here at Darlington, and one of the somewhat interesting races in the schedule of the PMU Cup Series. And as usual, let's go through the point standings coming up to this race. And there, as you can see right now, after 6 races in, Zachary VK remains the points leader of the standings of the season. However, he's like only 1 point ahead of Owen Scott, just 1 point ahead of Owen Scott, who is literally starting to chase VK down, having 2 wins in the bag so far this season, and Drew Walker right behind him in 3rd place. And the 2 Wrights, Camry Jr. and Camry Sr. in 4th and 5th respectively. And behind them is Bradley Rheum, making off to a promising start to the season for Bradley Rheum. Solomon Sheridan came off from a win to leap onto the top 10 in 7th place. And Dex Miyazaki in 8th place. A promising start to the season for Miyazaki, especially with that win at Bristol with RSIE. David Dixon made a leap into 9th place, and Liam Hill, despite retiring from the race last race, he remains in the top 10 in 10th position. And the rest, well, you can follow all that yourself, so I'll give everyone a few seconds to see where you are before we move on to the race. And there you have it. So let's make a move on from there. Okay, now let's get on with the qualifying and see who will qualify on pole for today's race. And Owen Scott will take the pole, followed by Dex Miyazaki, Jay Chevalier, Liam Hill, Tyree Lowell, Saber Fox, Drew Walker, Nathaniel Campbell, Camry Jr. and Aaron Thiel, and the rest. Right, let's get a move on from there.
Drivers, to your car.
Okay, we'll wait for 20 seconds and then we shall make a move on from there.
Drivers, start your engines!
And all cars are getting ready to go as the pace car will start to move in the next few moments time. There it goes. Let's hope we're not going to have any more incidents. Oh, we have an incident already, so let's do a cut on that one, because that's not supposed to happen. So oh, not again. Oh, not again. Right, all the cars should line up properly without any problems, so there we go. For Dex Miyazaki alongside Owen Scott. This is going to be a bit scary, and Jace Failure as well. Something to watch as well. Alright, let's get a move on from there as the pace car should start to coming in any moment time. Yep, the pace car has come in and here we go. As the green flag will show, and we're going to go racing for the next 92 laps. Here we go racing as Owen Scott. What is he going to do? Will he continue his glory for what could be his third championship in his career? And Jace Travalia will take over for second place from Dex Miyazaki. And looks like Leon Hill is trailing in behind fourth. Here comes Leon Hill trying to overtake Dex Miyazaki, the number 27 car, for third place. And looks like we have already got a battle between the 47 and the 17 car. Jace Travalia and Owen Scott. Looks like Jace Travalia is getting a bit more advantage on the inside line. Oh, and he does make a move on Owen Scott for the lead. And yeah, Owen Scott still holding on to it, but for how much longer? It's still a battle between the 17 and the 47 car. Looks like the 47 car is not giving up, but does Owen Scott get the recovery? Ooh, close one. And I think Owen Scott still holds on to that lead, but the 47 car is still right there alongside 17 car of Owen Scott. And so far, I think even Leon Hill wasn't able to get to round the 27 car, as it looks like we've had a very close start of the race. Oh, and a slight tap. Oh, was it a tap on Dex Miyazaki from Leland Hill? I don't want to question that, but looks like everyone's really reeling in, trying to take position after position, one and another. And that is Nathaniel Campbell, and no, that's Sabre Fox. What am I thinking? There, that is Nathaniel Campbell right behind Sabre Fox. There's Nathaniel Campbell in the 78 car, and there's Sabre Fox in the 87 car. Quite coincidentally, as looks like we're seeing some more battles. Oh, Leon Hill has fallen down the order after that close move on Dex Miyazaki, but somehow ended up failing drastically, and now he's going to lose not just one but two positions to Saber Fox and Nathaniel Campbell, and right behind is Cameron Jr. in seventh place. That is Tyler Lowell in eighth. 77 car, Drew Walker in ninth, and there is Aaron Thiel in the 25 car. Originally Zachary VK, but he lost that 10th spot on that last lap. So, and still, so far, things are going really well, and also things are about to get very, very exciting. Here comes Dex Mizaki on the 47 car. Would this be an actual overtake this time? And we're seeing a battle between Saber Fox and Nathaniel Campbell. Looks like Nathaniel Campbell is going to try and overtake Saber Fox, but Saber Fox seems to be back on recovery position as Lean Hill gets joined up by Cameron Jr. Cameron Jr. is going to try and join in for that battle up the front. And Cameron Jr. does get right in front of Lane Hill, but for how longer? Because Lane Hill is right there, but I don't think Lane Hill is going to go any further because of traffic in front of him. But he's still managing to try and get around Cameron Jr. and overtake him back the spot for 6th place. And going back to the front, that is Owen Scott in the lead in that 17 car, and still right behind him is Jay Chevalier. Jay Chevalier still trying to make a name for himself. Hadn't had a very good start for this 47 car. Lane Hill still struggling and still falling back, and now he's got his teammate Tara Law right behind him. And who is that in the 12 car? That is Eddie Flores Jr. And we're seeing a battle here for the lead as Jason Chevalier is going to try and do the same as what he did a few laps ago. We are just on lap 11, but Owen Scott's still hanging on to it for the time being. But there is going to be a time where perhaps maybe they can switch positions. But looks like that Dex Miyazaki is probably going to try and give the 47 a bit of a push and try and get around the 47 car as well. If they can get close to the 17 car, then this is probably going to be some more competition to see who could make it up front. And right behind there's already some form of competition. In fact, perhaps not. I think Lane Hill is already fallen back. He has managed to overtake Nathaniel Campbell, but he's still starting to pull the train now. Behind him is lots of other cars. Nathaniel Campbell, Tara Lowell, Drew Walker, and Eddie Fortune, and Aaron Field, all formed up into a train. And still not a move, not in fact a successful move, not an overtake from the 47 car. He's still trying to learn himself right behind Owen Scott. In fact, we've seen good improvements for Saber Fox, and of course for Cameron Jr. Cameron Jr. is trying to now overtake the E7 car for 4th place. And Saber Fox still hanging on to it, but as I say, these two are actually slowly creeping up the order. And right round the back, right at the back, a lot of cars bunching up even more. And Cameron Jr. trying to overtake Saber Fox on the inside. Wow, that is an incredible pass for Cameron Jr. So I guess in this track, the only way to overtake will be on the outside of the line of the track. Quite interestingly. And Saber Fox about to get overtaken by Lane Hill on the inside. A very difficult side to even pass on. But looking at the traffic, I don't know if it's the traffic that has more of the advantage on the line, or whether, I don't know. I guess the line on the outside seems to be playing better than the inside line, unusually. So I guess Jay Cervera should be able to start learning his way of passing on this track, at least, is by passing on the outside line. I don't know if he's got the idea yet at the moment. But right now, he is now being trailed once again by Dex Miyazaki, who is about to continue. Oh, Dex Miyazaki going to take the outside line, but that was a bit late for Dex Miyazaki. He did a bit too late, or not in the right side of the track for him to pass. But he is getting it at least. I guess it's the fact that Cameron Jr. was trying to give the 27 car a bit of a scare, which would have given him some sort of evasive action to try and get around the 47 car. But so far, he's still trailing behind the 47 car. Here comes Saber Fox on the inside line, but not quite what he wants to be. We are on lap 20. And Jason Villa getting even closer to the 17 car. Jason Villa, what will he do this time? The inside line isn't getting anywhere there. And I think Jason Villa, has a plan up his sleeve. He's just watching the doors opening just in case. And here comes Cam Wright Jr. But at the same time, Dex Miyazaki is also trying to overtake on the inside line. So that's kind of messed up a little bit. But Cameron Jr. is not stopping down there. He is not stopping. He hit the wall. Dex. No, that was Cameron Jr. Cameron Jr. literally lost it. He went too wide this time. He was trying to overtake, but he went way too wide. And he ended up right in front of Drew Walker. And ended up losing quite a few places up down to I think in 6th place, I think, as a result of that mistake for Cameron Jr. So now Cameron Jr. is going to try and fight himself back up, but unshame, what a shame for Cameron Jr. He was in course for what I believe was a dominant run of some sort. He seems to be climbing up really well, but unfortunately he lost it. He went so wide trying to overtake. So wide trying to overtake. And Lynn Hill up into 4th. And here is Lane Hill starting to get used to his overtaking tactics, and look at Camry Jr. is giving Sabre Fox a wide push going past Drew Walker. Thanks to Camry Jr. I think Sabre Fox has managed to get in front of Drew Walker, does he? And another continuous push from Camry Jr. on the outside line. The outside line is definitely the best way to pass on this particular track. And there goes Sabre Fox up into 4th place, I think. 4th place. And Camry Jr. as well trying to push himself back up to where he was after that unfortunate mistake a few laps ago. And Lane Hill is going to try and overtake on the outside line. That's the right side to pass, but still too late. And why is he passing on the inside line this time? That's not a good way to pass on this line. And looks like Sabre Fox and Camry Jr. are pushing themselves back past Lane Hill. They're going to try and actually get past Lane Hill. They're on the outside line, as I keep saying, and they're now trying to push one. Why they're trying to push each other, and Dex Mizaki is still getting close onto Jace Tavalia. And here comes the Fox and Camry Jr. They're still pushing. So no change to the lead as of yet. So far in this race, Owen Scott continues to lead. Jason Vader is still stuck in 2nd place. And Dex Mizaki is trying to get his 2nd place back after losing it on that very start. As we go on board Dex Mizaki right now, because we're seeing quite a lot of close overtakes, but when it comes to the front, especially for the lead, there's not much of a change. And I think Dex Mizaki is going to do the unrealistic way of passing if you are passing on the inside line. And I think that's Nathaniel Campbell. I need to bag us up into ninth place. Okay, not wasting any more time, back to the front. Still not a lot of stuff going along so far in this race. Pit stop are coming in as Owen Scott comes in quite early for a pit stop. Don't know if others made the pit stop yet, but right now, Juice Tavela is a new race leader. But already we're seeing a battle between Dex Mizaki and Jace Tavela. And things can change any lap soon as We will expect others to come for their pit stop pretty soon, and there they go. Everyone else comes in, JC really comes in, but a few of them remain out. Baggers will go into the lead alongside Eddie Forrest Jr. and Aaron Thiel. And Henry J. Brown, blah 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 blah. Now where is Owen Scott right now? Let's take a look and find Owen Scott. And he does come out. Where would the others end up? That's a question mark. Well, they just come in, so wait, I just saw Owen Scott. He's just right there. Okay, that was silly of me. I can't even see properly. And there it is. Owen Scott just needed to do one more lap and then that's it. Where is Owen Scott? Where is he gonna end up? Don't know where are the others. That's my biggest question mark. In fact, Owen Scott is ahead of them at least, so I think. Looks like Saber Fox has made up the third, but where is Dexter Mizaki? He's gone down a little bit. But I think that's number 4 Cobb or White Yellow Joe already making a pit stop. And he's already down the order as a result. Looks like Owen Scott's got a lap car to deal with now, as they're about to be lapped soon, and that is 66 cars. Xander Howe, the first car to be lapped, and we've got a yellow flag coming up. Let's see what happened. What caused the yellow flag? Oh, looks like Solomon Sheridan's got involved. The reigning champion. Oh, Lynn Hill and Solomon Sheridan tangled together. But looks like an oh boy moment for Leyland Hill. He actually must have escaped almost unscathed from Solomon Sheridan. We gotta take a look closer at the 54 though and see how it all happened, and all that lot. So let's see. So Lane Hill, don't know about the damage, but let's take a look at Lane Hill. Just almost barely escaped with damage. Okay, I messed up a little bit. Okay, this replay. On board, Solomon Sheridan. And now we're back live again, as it looks like Solomon Sheridan is probably going to retire the car. He's not smoking, so it's possible for him to come out eventually, but it won't do much anyway because for obvious reasons. So he's changing tires, so, and we're expecting other cars pitting. It looks like they're gonna be pitting once again, probably try and gamble on the strategy and all that, so as we will find out and see. Oh, I don't know if come to think of it, they decide to stay out to gamble on the lead. I don't know. Oh, Owen Scott comes up a bit late, so that's certainly not looking good for his championship, well, his winning hopes. So as a result, looks like the number 12 car of Eddie Flores Jr. will be leading coming up to this race. So that is going to be something to watch. Cameron Jr. is right there, could be up for winning his race if he can try and battle against the 12 car of Eddie Flores Jr. But we'll find out more eventually when we shall now go on a break. We'll be right back, and hopefully we'll see you. Sorry, yeah, we'll see you. We'll see you later. So. And we're back, and I've just confirmed from the race director, well, from the results at least, that Solomon Sheridan has now retired the car, presumably because the car is too damaged to continue. So, and as I also mentioned, there has been a shocking turn of events, as right now, and oh, did something went wrong? Oh, Nathan Allman is out of race. He blew it. He has done it. He's out of the race, shockingly, during the caution. Was it an actual blowout? It must have been an actual blowout for poor Nathan Allman. Oh, but we don't want to waste too much time. Yep. Anyways, let's make a move on back to live as the green flag drops once again, and we're gonna go racing for the next nearly 40 laps left. So right now Eddie Flores Jr. is in the lead. Right behind him is Cameron Jr., who we see his pace seemingly starting to question us. Does he have the pace to actually compete to probably win the race? Does he get round Eddie Flores Jr.? That's going to be a risky move for him. In fact, perhaps so early in the race, you can see how easier it is in terms of passing, presumably due to the fact that the tires are different. Oh, Eddie Flores Jr. is still holding on to it really well. Perhaps he held on to it a bit too late because of the tires and all that. So now, and Henry J. Brown up into third place. Third place goes Henry J. Brown. He's going to try and overtake Cameron Jr. for second place. Oh, what a risky one for Henry J. Brown, but he decides to switch to the inside line on Eddie Flores Jr. And what was what I call a kangaroo hop up into third place. Well, second place for Henry J. Brown. So now I think Cameron Jr. is going to try and probably get back at Henry J. Brown, as we see a somewhat shock-off turn of events. To be honest, I'm kind of getting jumbled up with what I'm going to say, because a lot actually happened during that restart. As right now we've seen Henry J. Brown trying to make a move on for the lead. Does he have the pace to do it? Like I said to Cameron Jr. Like I said about Cameron Jr. Oh, he does take the lead, but for how long? Because he's on the inside line. He does get up in front, but can he actually get in onto the outside line before Eddie Flores Jr. does? Or just in there. Henry J. Brown takes the lead here at Darlington, but Eddie Flores Jr. does he try to go for an easy pass on Henry J. Brown? But Henry J. Brown seems to have the better pace of Eddie Flores Jr. as he shuts the door on the 12 car. And Cameron Jr. is actually... Oh, Zachary VK, your championship leader, is going to probably lose the championship lead, but he just needs to stay in front of Owen Scott, at least if he wants to retain his championship lead, but otherwise in a good position. But to lose it to the wall isn't going to make any better. I don't know where Owen Scott is. He's probably like several laps down. Several positions down. There is Owen Scott in 26th place after deciding to make a pit stop during a caution, which probably doesn't look any good, but we'll have to see. We'll have to check a look at the others to see. Well, just check the pit stop, because obviously they decide to stay out of it. They decide to go for a one-stop strategy of some sort. So will these tires make it to the end? Will these tires stay strong until the end of the race? That will be another question. We hope this is not going to be more of a fuel mileage race, quite surprisingly. I don't think it's likely, but who knows. And right now, Cameron Jr. is still holding on to that third place spot, but Baggers is going to try and take the risky move on the inside line. Cameron Jr. does have traffic, which is of course Eddie Flores Jr. But is that going to be anything for Owen Scott? Oh, sorry, Cameron Jr. Very close one for Cameron Jr. And this is Blake Parker. Blake Parker, we've not spoken about him much throughout today. Olivia Reynolds up in 10th, probably not for long, because that is Aaron Field trying to take that spot from the 88 car. And Henry J. Brown still holding on to his lead. Henry J. Brown looking for his second win of his career. Last time he won the race, I think, was back in Season 6, Season 7. And I think that was in Canada. Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. But he needs to not lose it to Eddie Flores Jr., who is still on his tail right now. And Baggers up into third. Baggers up into third. Baggers is literally on some sort of rocket right now. And I think he's going to try and interfere with Eddie Flores Jr. on the outside line. There he goes. He's got his opportunity, but still not in line. He didn't do it in time to try and overtake Eddie Flores Jr. The door quickly shut the door on him quite quickly. And looks like Zachary VK is trying to recover himself from that from a little misfortune on the wall. Let's go on board Cameron Jr. because I am starting to see something interesting out of Baggers. I think he's got the momentum as well, quite strangely. As well as Henry G. Brown. He actually did, well, Henry G. Brown actually did also made a huge leap up the front towards the restart, and that's why he took the lead. But here is an oh no moment for Henry J. Brown. Almost an oh no moment for Henry G. Brown. Looks like Eddie Flores Jr. tried again to take that lead over again from Henry G. Brown, but not quite. And here comes Adida Baggers, this time taking the inside line. And could he try and do the same for Henry G. Brown? What a close moment. We're seeing Henry G. Brown starting to become under pressure from the cars behind him, especially for Eddie Flores Jr. We have got just over 20 laps to go, and somehow it's getting really exciting right now. There is Henry Guo. Let's not forget to mention that he's driving some sort of throwback scheme. And there is Jace Tavalia trying to climb up the order. He is trying to climb up the order. He's got fresher tires than most of the drivers in front and around in the top 10. So perhaps don't roll Jace Tavalia just yet for the win, because he's on fresher tires. But Henry J. Brown still leads at the moment. And we've got another caution. I see smoke. I thought I saw some smoke. Let's see. It could be somebody retired from the race. I swear I saw something happening, but we'll have to see. Whoa! I saw something. Oh! Well, that didn't trigger caution. How, Darlington-like. Un-Darlington-like, I would say. For it to not to trigger caution like this. Yeah, I don't get it. But it does happen a lot before, so whoopsie. Let's get back towards the front. And lap car. Oh, sorry, I thought that was a lap car. Eddie Flores Jr. going for it once again. But Henry G. Brown still shuts the door on the 12 car. And Jason is certainly not stopping. He's on fresher tires. Could he try and go for Henry G. Brown for the lead? It seems that he's not stopping his leap up towards the front. We have got just over 15 laps to go. Well, 15 laps to go. Can the 47 car make it to the end on top? He's now on 4th position. And I hope to God they don't turn the tables when a caution comes out. Let's go on board J. Savalia and see and compare how fast is it compared to the other up front. I mean, he is, well, okay, this is interesting. Aditya Baggers and J. Savalia are actually faster than the cars up front. Or in fact, most of the drivers are on 31 seconds. So, this is something to watch as well. Maybe Aditya Baggers can also try and compete for the win as well, because he's seemingly faster than the car up front, than the two cars up front. Who I would seemingly say that they're using more tires than the cars right behind them, who tend to save more on the tires up until the very end. Looks like they're forming a line together like a train, I guess. As looks like Henry G. Brown's starting to lose a bit of patience right now, as here comes J. Savalia trying to overtake for that 3rd place spot. So, would Henry G. Brown do the same? Yes, he does the same thing. He shuts the door on Eddie Flores Jr. for the lead. But he is still... Oh! Did Baggers nearly hit the wall? That was close for Aditya Baggers. But still under severe pressure from J. Savalia, who is still on the chase. Oh, and Owen Scott appeared out of absolute nowhere. Thank goodness they've got these fresh tires. They're now battling it out. This is going to get very, very juicy. Very, very interesting to see them. Here comes Owen Scott. He gets in front of J. Savalia for the 4th place spot, I think. 4th place spot for Owen Scott. This is going to be absolutely amazing if they can try and make it to the end up in front. Oh my gosh, absolutely amazing to see these two battling on the inside. Owen Scott up into 2nd place he goes, but does he try and hold it up? Does he try and hold it? Let's hope there's not going to be a curse or anything for Henry G. Brown, who is dying for a 2nd race win, and to see his hopes starting to evaporate a bit. Now that Owen Scott with fresher tires, here comes Owen Scott on the inside line. Yeah, there's no match for Owen Scott. Just how on earth did they just get back up there? They appear out of absolute nowhere. I do not know what everyone is thinking about them. Looks like the pit stop sort of paid off for them, at least. And looks like J. Savalia is going to try and get around Eddie Flores Jr., who I would say is not really a match for Owen Scott. Owen Scott simply got the luck out of it. Manages to scrape through traffic and up to the front. Perhaps there is a possibility of J. Savalia trying to give them a push, because they're on fresher tires, but he might have the power to do so. despite being significantly slower than Owen Scott. Owen Scott's literally getting away. I guess a lot of the cars, in fact no, Owen Scott is definitely the fastest on track right now. There's no way that everyone's going to even get to Owen Scott right now, unless he gets delayed by a lap car or something, but doesn't look very likely so. And Jay Sevilla up into third place, I mean. Well, coming up to 3 laps to go, and the table's literally turned away thanks to that pit stop, thanks to that second pit stop for Owen Scott. Don't know how it worked for Darlington, but oh well. Jay Sevilla now trailing on to Henry G. Brown. Henry G. Brown now trying to pressure himself to try and at least hold on to that second place spot. As we come up to the penultimate lap of the race. And the last lap of the race has come. Owen Scott just needs to do 2 short corners and then that's it. The day is done for Owen Scott, the 17 car, who started from pole position, made a second pit stop, he made his way all the way back up to first. Looks like we might have to call it the fastest car of the race, just after a bit of a struggle to try and get past Bradley Hill, but it doesn't matter too much because Owen Scott is about to cross the line to win his 3rd race of the season, and he will take the championship points lead as a result, taking over from Zachary VK. And quite unironically, his brother in the 92 car will take home the fastest lap time. And Jay Chevalier manages to overtake Henry G. Brown for 2nd place. Was this the last lap pass? Yeah, it literally happened on the last lap. Yep, Jay Chevalier takes over 2nd place from Henry G. Brown on the very last lap of the race. Right up to the finish line. Well, wow, what a race. So Rounding up the top 10, Owen Scott wins, Jason Baylor 2nd, Henry G. Brown 3rd, Eddie Flores Jr. 4th, Aditya Baggers 5th, David Ryan 6th, Blake Parker 7th, Zachary VK 8th, Alrighty Alajo 9th, and David Dixon 10th, and the rest. With only 2 retirees, Nathan Ormond and Solomon Sheridan. Well, that's it for today's race. So, thank you everyone for watching today's race. We hope to see you next race, which is obviously the 8th race of the season. So, once again, thank you everyone for watching this race, and we will see you all next race. We will see you all next time back on the track very, very, very soon.